What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Fireside Giants. I'm your host, Anthony Rivardo. Guys, we have something positive to take away from week one. I know it was an ugly game. The Giants got blown out at home on their season 100 kickoff. It was not good. We're all very upset about it. However, there were a few bright spots, okay? We broke down the offensive line a couple days ago, talking about how that was better in week one than it was for the majority of last season. And I want to talk about some of these rookies. And in particular, I want to take a closer look at the film on Andru Phillips. Andru Phillips, third-round cornerback, drafted out of Kentucky in this year's draft. Rookie, plays in the slot, only played 16 snaps in week one. Now, I got a problem with that because there's no way this guy was putting this on film and should have only played 16 snaps. He should have been on the field for a lot more playing time. But I want to go ahead, dive into the film, show you what I saw that made him really special in week one. Andru Phillips with a great debut to the NFL. Let's go ahead and break down the film. All right, so starting out here, I just want to lay out Andru Phillips' stat line for you guys. 16 snaps, like I said. 4 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 forced fumble. The guy played out of his mind. I mean, 3 solo tackles, total of 4, tackle for loss, and the forced fumble. I mean, for a rookie, first game in the NFL, what more could you ask for? I have him circled right here for you on the screen, and you're going to see this is his first tackle of his NFL career, a fumble to set the Giants up in the red zone, recovered by Bobby Okereke. Let's go ahead and watch this play. Now, what I really like here is just reactions, right? First of all, textbook tackling. You'll see that from the second camera angle, which is also included in here. This is textbook. This is exactly how you're supposed to tackle. See him chop his feet, get low, shoulder, right into the football, boom, wrap up, punch the ball out. I mean, you can't ask for better tackling than this if you're being completely honest about it. This is textbook from Andru Phillips, and this is what you love to see from a nickel cornerback. Like, we heard a lot during the pre-draft process about him, or I guess after he was drafted, and the Giants were basically saying that they feel really good about this kid or really like the physicality that he brings. I did too, and you see it on this first play of his career, basically. Physical, I mean, really great run defender for a defensive back. So essentially what you're getting here, the Giants know that it's third and a hell of a long way to go for the Vikings. So they've got 2 safeties down at the sticks. They've got another cornerback who's basically going to be playing sticks, another cornerback. So it's pretty much going to look like cover 4, but you've got this guy as well. And essentially, you can't really get a good idea of what this coverage was because the ball comes out of the hand so quick, but it looks like it's some variation of a cover 4 or maybe a cover 6, something like that. But you've got 2 deep safeties on this side, and that's pretty much just going to leave the flats wide open. Flats are completely open on this play. So Darnold does the right call here, makes the right decision, throws it out to the flat where his receiver is going to have a lot of room to run upfield. But Andru Phillips so quickly breaks down on this because Phillips is backpedaling. Like I said, they're playing the sticks. So you see him lined up there in the slot. And what he does is immediately just retreats back here, knowing that this is where the sticks are. He wants to make sure that nobody gets behind him for a first down. So he's going to retreat to play sticks. But then as soon as he gets his head turned around super quickly, eyes on the quarterback, sees that ball come out and immediately breaks down. And like I said, textbook tackling. Look at how quickly he gets down there, chops his feet. It's a textbook tackle, and it forces a fumble. What a way to begin your NFL career, Andru Phillips. What an exciting first tackle for the young man. And it's maybe not even his best play on this film. It's a damn good play, but he's got other great plays as well. So let's keep going through this. Next play here. Man, do I love this one. Do you guys know how hard it is to cover a shallow crosser in man coverage against Jordan Addison, no less? He's matched up one-on-one here with Addison. And like I said, Addison just running this short drag route, this shallow crosser across the formation, and it's like all man coverage here. And when you have somebody just running full sprint across the formation, you got to worry about running into this player, running into this guy, running into this guy. Andru Phillips has to make sure he doesn't run into anybody, but also has to stick with Jordan Addison stride for stride and be there for a potential pass breakup or tackle, and just watch him on this play. I mean, this is special. Like, this is awesome. This is such a good rep considering this is basically his second down in the NFL. Like, this is second drive that he's ever played in. And he's making a play like this where this is not easy to do in man coverage. It's one-on-one. If he misses this tackle, it's a touchdown. If he's a step behind in coverage, it's a touchdown. And he just sticks with him. Like, he never loses stride. There is nothing that Jordan Addison can do here because he does everything he's supposed to. He just runs this drag route to perfection, and Andru Phillips just somehow sticks with him and makes an incredible play and tackle. Look at him hauling ass across the screen right there. You could see it. He's just, like I said, I mean, you've got an opportunity here. The linebacker's here, so it's not like Darnold could have thrown this here. Bobby Okereke has a chance to deflect that or pick that off. Plus, you want to wait for Addison to not only clear this guy, but probably get past this guy. So this ball has to come out over here. And by the time that's the case, with the cornerback trailing, you usually expect him to be wide open, and the cornerback behind him, he walks into the end zone. But Phillips just somehow, I think it's, it's really great to see him kind of go upfield here. You see him gain some vertical ground and give himself a cushion here so that when Addison catches his ball, he can kind of break down on top of it. It's just really good coverage and man coverage. It's looks like cover 2 man is what the Giants are running here in the red zone. And again, for this to be the first time he was ever targeted in coverage in the NFL, yeah, he gives up some yardage. He doesn't break up the pass, but not supposed to. Keep the guy out of the end zone, 3rd down, bring up 4th down. Of course, the Vikings end up scoring, but just a perfect play here from Jordan Addison. All right, next play. This was one of his tackles as well. This was a combined tackle again, just playing the sticks. Once again, playing zone coverage. This play isn't a ton to write home about, but I just put it in here because he only had a few tackles. Figured I'd include all of them. So what the Giants have here seems to be a little bit of a cover 3 defense is what we're getting. And in a cover 3 defense, you're going to have deep. This guy's going to go out here. This guy's going to go out here. And it looks like it's probably middle and middle from those guys. So it's a little bit of a disguised cover 3 is what you're getting here from the New York Giants. But like I said, Phillips' whole coverage assignment is the sideline. Now, this ball doesn't go to the sideline. It goes towards the middle of the field. And that's kind of what you want to highlight here is that Phillips plays the sideline, does that well, does exactly what he's supposed to. Ball comes in shallow and quickly he breaks on it. And again, I just love his tackling technique. It's so textbook. Choppy feet, strafe, get in front, and help push that tight end back. Like, Bobby Okereke pretty much already makes the tackle. He assists on it, but he prevents additional yardage from being gained there. And that's great stuff. Like, this is what you want to see from a rookie. Keep your head on a swivel, have the awareness to just get in front of that here, make an assisted tackle, help prevent some extra yardage. Really good stuff there in terms of kind of spatial awareness from Andru Phillips, again, playing out of the slot as a nickel cornerback and helping make a big stop here. I believe that was on 3rd down as well. And then this next play, I said earlier, maybe that forced fumble wasn't his best play on his film. Maybe it was. If it's not, you can argue that it's this one right here because, wow, this is his tackle for loss that he had later in the game. I believe it was in the 4th quarter. He's pretty much just playing linebacker, and he's playing linebacker better than a lot of Giants linebackers that we've seen over the years, huh? I mean, look at this play. Shoestring tackle, he makes it. Again, it's textbook. Look at him, hands out. It's kind of like playing basketball, right? You want to see your defenders in football kind of start like it's basketball. Hands out wide, choppy feet, and then you lunge and you make the tackle at the right opportunity. He does exactly that. Choppy feet, boom. Lunges, makes the tackle here. But again, he's pretty much playing linebacker. The Giants are in a dime defense here. They've got 6 defensive backs on the field, I believe. At the very least, it's a nickel defensive back. I'd have to take a look back here and see what exactly they have on the field. Let's go ahead and mark it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're playing nickel formation here, but he's playing your big nickel in this, essentially that cash defender that Shane Bowen talked about in the offseason. If you guys remember on the channel, we talked about how he said Isaiah Simmons is going to play a lot of cash linebacker for the Giants. That's going to be a safety, nickel cornerback, linebacker hybrid player who gets in the box. Isaiah Simmons didn't log a defensive snap in week 1. I wasn't thrilled about that personnel decision. However, he didn't log a defensive snap probably because they gave those snaps to Andru Phillips, and Andru Phillips absolutely ate up every single one of those snaps. So I don't know how much criticism you can hand out for that because Phillips just played this role perfectly. Again, nickel formation, you've got 3 down linemen plus a pass rusher. It's a 4-man front. You have 2 linebackers, so it's basically a 4-2-5 defensive personnel scheme. or formation rather. You got 4 linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs, and they're all in here. But again, the run fits are really important here. When you've got heavy formation like this, you've got an extra blocker here, tight end plus receiver behind him, and you got a single back. You know that this heavy formation against 5 defensive backs probably means a run is coming, and a run is probably going to torch you unless you get some really good tackling from those defensive backs. When you're in nickel and you face a formation like this, most of the times as a defense, you've already lost unless you have defensive backs who are really good against the run. The Giants do now. Andru Phillips is a defensive back who's really good against the run. Again, basically lined up as a left outside linebacker here. His job is to get through this gap and make the tackle. As this play rolls, they hand it off to the running back. Brian Burns, I'm going to give credit to him. He does an excellent job here. He crashes inside, takes this tight end out, and creates a lane. I know a lot of people want to give criticism to Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau in this game. Rightfully so. They did not record much in way of the stat sheet. But this is good job by Brian Burns. He's doing his job here, essentially, which is to create a lane for the second-level defender to get to the running back. So by crashing inward, he pulls that tight end out. He creates a lane for that linebacker, like I said. He's taken 2 guys out of the play. That wide receiver that they inexplicably put in the backfield as a lead blocker there has to double team with Brian Burns. Tight end out of the play. Now it's just about that linebacker at the second level getting down, crashing, and Andru Phillips again with a textbook tackle. Chops his feet, makes the play, tackle for loss. It's exactly what you love to see for a rookie cornerback coming out of Kentucky. First time stepping onto an NFL field. Doesn't get any better than this. Like I said, this was a stud performance from Andru Phillips in week 1. I just wanted to break it down. It was only 4 plays. That's all he was involved in. He had 4 tackles in the game. But one of them being that tackle for loss, one of them being that forced fumble, one of them being, honestly, a touchdown saving tackle on Jordan Addison on that drag route. I don't know how much more you could have put on the plate of this rookie, but he ate up that plate. He cleaned that damn plate, guys. Like, this was a truly special performance, week 1 debut performance from Andru Phillips. We've had our question marks in the past about the Giants secondary, about how young this defensive backfield is, about their nickel cornerbacks. Can they hold up in coverage? I actually feel really good right now about the Giants nickel cornerback and Andru Phillips based on this week 1 performance. Again, it's only 16 snaps. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, say that the Giants got a steal, but he's looking like a diamond in the rough so far. I like what he brought to the table in this game, and I thought it would have been fun to highlight, so I hope you guys did enjoy this breakdown on Andru Phillips. Again, 4 plays, quick and breezy. We're out of here in 13 minutes, but I thought it was an important breakdown because, again, kid balled out. And he needs some love for this. Gotta show some shine in the darkness when we can. It was a tough week 1 performance. Giants got blown out at home. But Andru Phillips, I think he earned himself a lot more playing time in this game. I think we're going to see a lot more playing time from him. And man, he just played so great in those 16 snaps and made some really big plays throughout the course of that week 1 game. So that pretty much wraps this one up, though, guys. I need to know, who else do you want me to break down? I did Daniel Jones earlier this week. I did Malik Neighbors last week. Now I'm doing Andru Phillips, and whoever you want me to break down, guys, I'm all ears. I'm always in the comment section looking for feedback, and whoever you guys want me to dive into the film on, I'm more than happy to do so. So just let me know down below, or get at me on Twitter. Let me know on Twitter. Go ahead, follow me, shout out me, DM me. I'm good at responding to DMs, all of that stuff. But again, that pretty much wraps this one up. Andru Phillips, potential diamond in the rough. We'll see as the season goes on how his rookie campaign goes, but looking good after week 1. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Ring the bell so you don't miss an episode, and comment your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, make sure to leave us a 5-star review. Go ahead and follow us on all of our social media channels at Fireside Giants. Without further ado, catch you all on the next one. Have a good one, and let's go Giants.
Perfect.